right, welcome back to COTA. This time we're in the Cup car for the door-to-door racing league race. So it's going to be 48 laps around here. Got a stage at lap 10, stage at lap 20, and then it's 28 laps to the end. As you can see, we're here in a VR once again, and qualified 5th, and do not have the pace to win, so going to just try to keep it clean and get as many stage points as I can, and be there at the end. So take advantage of anybody's mishaps if they are so unfortunate. But yeah, anyway, see if we got something for these boys.
Oh, when I come lap 1 is not a good move.
Moving on back to row number 10, you find the Robin Hood 11 of Tommy Welch to his outside. The Jerky Boys 01, Hunter Bogdan.
Listen, I'm just hoping to make it past lap 1.
And folks, if we didn't say your favorite driver, well, unfortunately, they're starting in the back. We just didn't have time to it. Field is set, Christian. We are just about ready to get started. If you could shut that dog up.
I cannot do nothing about the dog, Blake, unfortunately. I don't know what he's doing right now.
I don't know what you want him to do.
Yeah, Woody is a diehard. He is pumped up here at Circuit of the Americas. Pace car is and field is set. We're rolling towards the juicy Spider start zone. Christian, I'm expecting some madness into turn 1 here as we are ready to roll door-to-door Cup Series here at COTA. Green flag in the air.
Not sure what they're doing at the back of the pack there, but Alan Duggar leading the field down the front stretch here, going to turn 1. 3 wide for the lead of that red car out there to the front. That's going to be rolling, I believe. I'm not sure, but we make it through turn 1 in the front, and they all the way through the field. Wow, how surprising is that?
Alan Duggar out front. What a jump from him here. He is well out front. He wants to stay clean and green. Great start for him as Collette in second. Trevor Baxter drops back to third from the race lead. Oh,
somebody 13 going spin. That's the 13 of Nicholas Godsey. He's going to be hating life here as he tries to continue. Here comes Alan Duggar, though, through the back part of this track.
Well, we know he's got a lot of fans, and we got guys wrecking here all over. Again, there's so many off tracks. We're not going to be able to show them all tonight. Looks like Brian Burchett jumped it. Let's take a look real quick.
They break way earlier than I was anticipating.
Locks him up there. Hard to the wall.
My oh my, this is going to be the way this race goes. Of course, you know, props to all these people for trying. You know, not everyone in iRacing is good at the road course thing, but you got to get out there and make your points up. You know, if you get out there, run smooth. There's Nicholas Godsey.
That's way faster than me, so I need to get him around me here.
One more time here. Take a look. This is what happened to Nicholas Godsey. We know he's got some fans in the chat. Goes into the corner there. Oh, no, that was the wrong one. Well, he just lost it. You saw it, folks. But we're going to go back live here out front. Alan Duggar, your race leader, by 1.5 seconds. Trevor Baxter, we know he's quick, Christian. He's going to start to go back to work.
Yep, you know, that turn 1 is really what killed him there. Everyone going 3 wide. It was the 9 cars shooting it down to the bottom of Roland Collette. Here, as he goes through, he's going to have the optimal line through this turn. Roland kind of yields it right there. Trevor Baxter to second.
Sorry.
He's definitely the guy to watch. Again, folks, we're going to be saying that name a lot here tonight. Trevor Baxter at Lexington, North Carolina, up to the 2nd position. But let's drop back in the field a bit here, Christian. Looks like we've got Jesse. Would you give a shot at trying to say this name?
I'm going to call him Champolos.
I'm sure that's wrong, but your guess is as good as mine. You know, I tried to reach out to the Champolos family, and I did not get a response on how to say this name. But here we go. We got the Monster Energy number 3 machine making a hard charge. Brian Burchett ran off the track earlier, but he's definitely got some pace.
I see somebody wearing a Champolos a jersey. I'm going to go see if they know any better. If I don't make it back, y'all have a great night.
All right, well, Jesse, hopefully we hear back from you. But, Christian, let's jump up front here to one of your favorite drivers in the 13th position. The one, the only MD LLC, Dr. Will Hewitt.
That's Mr. MD LLC, Dr. Will Hewitt to you, Blake.
Yeah, we definitely got to keep an eye on this guy. He definitely deserves respect here as he's ripping it around COTA, currently in the 13th position with the door-to-door Cup Series as Ken Campbell runs up to 4th here, Christian.
And Campbell looking strong here tonight in the 4th position, as Blake just mentioned last time around the track. He's about 2 seconds off race leader Alan Duggar. Going to have to get the wheels underneath him if he wants to keep moving forward here. But Smooth is fast here tonight. If you push it beyond your skill level, you're going to spin it out. And if you're sitting sideways in the sand trap, you're not going to be scoring any points. But we have a battle for the lead, Blake.
Trevor Baxter made quick work on Alan Duggar in the 12. Now he's just trying to set him up to pass him. We know he's much faster right now as he's trying to set him up here, up into, what's this corner here, Christian?
Well, this is turn 7, if I'm not mistaken. That is turn 6 right there, Blake. And, of course, the crossover, they're going to jump down to the back. What is the back stretch heading towards turn 12?
Looking to the inside here, taking the hard left. Can he get inside? Battle for the race lead, door to door. Is he able to take the spot as they take the hard right-hander around?
Yep, he lays back there to set up the exit of the turn. There he's going to be on the inside. Now the optimal side here. He's going to be, when they get to the carousel, he's going to be where he needs to be to make that pass, I do believe. Yep, right there he goes, trying to get to the inside of the carousel. Not able to do so just yet, but Baxter has the speed. I'm sure he's not too worried. He just needs to be patient and catch him where it matters.
Absolutely. If you're Trevor Baxter, I mean, you don't want to, kill yourself here trying to make the pass. You know you got better speed. You just kind of want to wait a little bit. Maybe the 12 will make a mistake or open the door up before you get around. Absolutely,
and especially right here down the backstretch. These Toyota Camrys have the best straight line speed in iRacing, Blake.
Yeah, rumor had it on the broadcast of the Cup race, they told me that the Fords cannot drive in 30 air. I wonder if that's the case in iRacing as well.
Yeah, and there he goes around, not able to clear him just yet, and the 12 is going to have the optimal line through the S's, though, side by side, almost off the track. I'd be shocked if he didn't get a 1X there, but there you go, Trevor Baxter, clear of Alan Duggar.
Well, keep an eye on that one car. He might start to pull away here, as we know he's got some serious speed. Looking pretty good tonight, but let's drop back in the field here, Christian. It's like Isaac Treese in the 9th spot.
No, I went wide.
Currently 9th right there. What is, when you they say if you have a Lightning McQueen paint, to watch out for the guy. What does it mean if you have a Lightning McQueen helmet, Blake?
I don't know. Does he have a Lightning McQueen helmet, Christian?
Yeah, you see it right there on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry, I was not looking. So, Christian, my guess is you don't want to be in front of that 20 machine of Isaac Treese because he might just move you out of the way, and I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. But running in a nice position, my eyes, back there behind him, we have some clusters happening. Especially back here in the 13th position. Battle for the 13th spot.
Right here, Christian, take a look at the 44 machine. We got Hines on the car here. We had some shout outs in the chat. Wanted to make sure we showed that off. Last week, Christian, he had a bright red paint with looked like nothing on it. I told him he needs to put Hines on. It looks like Tommy Osborne has done it out of East Lynn, West Virginia.
Mama Steiny says he worked all week to get a sponsor for the 44 car since the review of the car last week was so dismal.
Well, Christian, I will say it looks a lot better this week than it did last week.
Yeah, this is a good-looking paint here for Tommy Osborne.
You know what's time to do, Christian? Time to take the Juicy Spider drone cam around. Uh-oh, we have a slow connection here. Oh, man. I think the drone might have some issues tonight, Christian.
He about just put it into the bridge over the track there.
Well, we're going to have to work on that. Maybe Juicy Spider can hook us up with a new drone as we got one off the track.
That's the 24 machine of... Oh, that's Dr. Professor Will Hewitt, MD, LLC, Jr.
Well, Christian, rumor has it he had to take a call in the car. He's a busy man. He doesn't have time just to, race around a track for an hour and a half.
Yeah, a very busy guy. Mr. Dr. Professor Will Hewitt, MD, LLC, Dr. Jr.
Well, back out front, race leader now up to a 2.5 seconds ahead of Alan Duggar in second. Roland Paulette in third. Then we have Ken Campbell, Ty Robertson rounding out your top 5 here tonight early on in the Door-to-Door Cup Series race at Circuit of the Americas.
Abby in the chat talking about little old Brantley says he would go crazy for the McQueen.
When he gets up here, I'm not going to fight him because the only reason that I'm in front of him is
this guy fairly
he
well.
gave me the room there
when
I was about to kill him.
Here on HMS TV, he is a die-hard fan. And speaking of die-hard fans, Christian, I think we better show these guys little ad we got. We'll be right back.
38.12.
We are back here at COTA, and folks, that is an ad that we just played on the world's #1 streaming service. That's right, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. As always, we appreciate you tuning in here tonight. Be sure, click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel as Michael Kurdzalik continues to run 6. And Christian, what do you know about the Grid Gold 500 race event?
Well, we got 1987s on track, and if you don't like the 1987s, man, they suck. I just can't drive those soapboxes. Well, you know, you get the Gen 4 cars, too, to pick from. Both on the track, same time, Bristol Motor Speedway, 500 laps around that short track there. Short track racing, you know, that everyone knows and loves. Over, what was it, $250 of prize value, Blake?
Close to, I think we're right over 240 right now. But Christian, what would happen though if somebody's running an 87? It's not fair if they're expected to be in the same payout as the Gen 4 cars, right?
No, there is 2 trophies, 2 payouts, Blake.
2 separate full payouts for 2 different classes at the same time. Are you serious?
Absolutely, Blake.
Oh my, that is incredible. I had no clue.
Well, we're watching the race leader right now, Trevor Baxter. Want to jump back to the 6th position again, Michael Kurdzalik. I want to apologize for absolutely butchering his name in the driver intros. That's Michael Kurdzalik. I can say it right, but I don't know what I said before, but it couldn't have been further from right.
Well, earlier on, Christian, your buddy Will Hewitt, Dr. MMD LLC, this is what happened to him. This is how he lost his track position. As he goes through the corner here, looks a little bit too hot. Have it.
Oh, he did that Carson Hocevar thing, right?
It looks like George Champolos, we're going to go with how you say it. Looks like he did something similar. Let's take a look at a Fishers, Indiana, going into turn 1, I believe. Or, hell, I don't know where he's at, Christian.
There is a turn there. It is optional.
Tom Hagelin just crashed it and went off track as well. Let's take a look here.
That car already looks rough.
Been a rough night here for Tom Hagelin. You know, in the chat, the 87 said he was scared to race. Well, Tom, he was scared to race too, but he did it anyways. And that wasn't even close.
No, he's out here, you know, making those points up and getting dirt on the track for the fast guys. But there's nothing wrong with that. He's out there trying.
Oh, wow. Ty Robertson coming down pit road. Look, Christian, the stage is coming up here in 3 laps. Probably a smart move. The 37 going to flip the stage down pit road.
38.43.
We're going to get some track position after the stage here. Trevor Baxter, he's going to close pit road with 2 to go. I did confirm that in the league rules that stage will close when the leader passes 2 to go. Pit road will close, excuse me. So we're going to watch and see if Baxter decides to flip the stage. No need to do that stage 1, but definitely if you want to race for the win, you need to flip the stage in 2.
Stephen Bird has just crashed. Let's take a look at the 14 machine going through here. Does he get some help maybe, or no? He does not.
Gets on that curb and slide job and mwah, the inside wall.
Christian, I never want to hear you kiss in my ear ever again.
Well, maybe we will have a spin and a wall kiss and you'll never have to hear it again.
But boy, I tell you what, you know, I'm not going to lie. I expected Trevor Baxter to run away with it. And Christian, take a look. Alan Duggar looks to be reeling him in. We're going to have a battle for the stage win.
This is interesting. Is Trevor Baxter just a hot lap hero?
I don't know. He must have had something figured out for the qualifying setup for sure. But Alan Duggar's got some serious speed. Last season's champion in the door-to-door Cup Series, trying to repeat this year.
This is coming around, going to close pit road for everybody behind him. Going to watch Alan Duggar. He's going to try to take this stage win away from Baxter here.
And we'll definitely keep an eye there, but let's drop back in the field a little bit, see what other kind of battles we got. Hunter Bogdan, he's trying to take over the 22nd position, but he gets a little bit off track there.
Absolutely. So up front we have Toyota, Chevy.
Well off the track there. Go ahead, Christian.
I was just making the point of manufacturer battles here. We got Toyota in 1-2, Chevy 3-4, Toyota in 5th, Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, and then all the way back in 9th. It takes to 9th place, 12 seconds behind the leader to find one of them slow Fords.
Yeah, you know, maybe the Cup Series broadcast was correct in real life. They claim that the Fords can't drive in dirty air. I think that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, but I don't know. Maybe they're onto something, Christian.
I mean, if he's already back in 9th, I mean, obviously Toyota is the supreme manufacturer in NASCAR.
Let's take a look at the HMS TV manufactured
That glare on the track's making it hard for me to see my markers.
Chevy's the top-running Chevy in the 3rd position. That's Roland Collette. There are 12 Chevys, average running position 12.3. Toyota's 11 out there, average running position 11.7, with Trevor Baxter, the top-running Toyota. And the Fords, 7 Fords, they're running 22nd, Christian.
So this is definitely the Chevy versus Toyota battle. Averages say Chevy's better right now, but I think Toyota's going to hold its own here tonight, as now Duggar has 1 to go in stage 1 to be able to win this stage, but Trevor Baxter will not be denied. Gets the better run off of 20 there. Head to turn 1. He's got some insurance as he goes around for the final lap of the stage.
Yeah, you got those rotors are absolutely glaring as they slam the brakes into turn 1. Trevor Baxter, 1 more lap to go before he takes home a stage win here on the world's #1 championship.
Sorry about that.
38.4.
But we drop back in the field a bit here, Christian. Fan favorite Nicholas Godsey finds himself back up to the 10th position. We saw him have an issue early on. Well, he's running pretty good so far.
Good indeed, able to, keep it into the points realm of what is stage 1 now. He's gonna have to go all the way around this track one more time, but our race leader is now working his way through turns 12 and 13, bringing it home to the end of this stage.
As we jump up front here for the final time through this portion of the track for stage 1, Trevor Baxter trying to keep Alan Duggar right behind him, right where he's at.
This is what Blake calls the loop-de-loop or something like that. Blake, I'm not sure what you said earlier.
Official name.
The loop-de-loop.
Yes.
Okay, never mind turn 17 and 18. This is forever known, or the carousel. This is forever known as the loop-de-loop here. But, ladies and gentlemen, heading towards turn 19, towards 20. Going to be taking this hard left turn down the front stretch, uncontested for now. Duggar, a whole second back, heading down the front stretch. It's going to be Trevor Baxter, your stage 1 winner.
What a run from Baxter. He started on the pole, dropped back to 3rd as soon as the race started, but he worked himself up to the front, and he held off a hard-charging Alan Duggar. So Duggar takes home 2nd, Collette 3rd, Ken Campbell 4th, Kurtzler 5th for stage 1. We're still waiting for the caution to come out because we're still waiting for some guys across the line.
Well, unfortunately, we probably should have. A lot of the leagues throw the caution going through the carousel. Excuse me, the loop-de-loop, to make sure that the leader catches the pace car at the appropriate time. But we're going to see when they throw the caution. I believe it's official. Trevor Baxter is going to be your stage 1 winner.
I owed you that one, Will.
I'm not sure what's going on.
We did confirm, though, Christian, didn't your research confirm that there were doing stage cautions tonight?
Yeah, I mean, unless I misheard him, I thought he said no full course yellows except for stage.
Tommy, I'll give it back.
So maybe
unfortunately.
That's not the case because we're still clean and green. So I guess the stage 1 winner is still Trevor Baxter, but we're still green.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep it
There it is, finally.
Talk to you about your car real quick.
All right.
37 across the line, and the 37 is in the 16th position. So not sure what the holdup was. Or
kind of surprised none of the leaders pit.
Yeah, maybe that's best. I'm not sure. But through the loop-de-loop, I can't believe you just called it the carousel, Blake. Didn't we confirm it was the loop-de-loop?
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Maybe we can get back, see if Trevor Baxter's available for an interview after they pit. But we're going to take our first break of the night, thanks to sponsors and all that good stuff. We will see you in a moment. Don't you go anywhere. Stage 1 in the books with the Mars Property door-to-door Cup Series race here at COTA.
I don't know, man. You're good. I was just riding to the car to come out. Careful.
Oh my gosh. I wish I would stop swapping channels like that. I ain't even hear what the fucking voice lead.
Yeah, every time you go over to like the different session, like from qualifying and whatnot, it does it.
I was talking to you when we were gridding up. Just you too, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know. Were you out of the car at that point?
No, I was in the car.
Okay, I thought you might have been in the garage when you were asking the setup stuff.
Dude, I mean, just the front end will not react.
Yeah, I don't know how they're getting it rotated the way that they are.
In that one turn.
Hell yeah, brother.
We're on the second turn to the last little straight where you have to turn hard left. Right past the echo sign.
Pit road is open.
Entering the second to last turn now, right before pit road.
That far. What's your call here?
Oh, I'm 4 in fuel, filling it. Couple stayed out.
We come, guys. 10 away. 5 away. At your mark. Now, go ahead and turn in. Turn in. Boys, nice and easy here.
'91's on the right. 89, 91 on the left.
I think Hunter stayed out.
Go, 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 go.
No, he got
go,
the
go,
one.
go. Fuck. All right, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 9.
This could be interesting with some people up there up front. I don't know how fast they are. I'm not going to be in a a big rush.
Up here, and we're going to switch over audio real quick as Trevor Baxter continues out front, looking pretty good in that one machine. Now, Christian, what are your thoughts on this strategy? In my opinion, I mean, again, I get what he was doing, but I don't know, it might hurt him a little bit.
It depends on if everyone else thinks they need tires for stage 2. Trevor Baxter's not going to have any speed issues. He's running lap times. You know, his best lap time is 3 seconds faster than the last. So, you know, he's going to have to
go
pit stage 2 for sure. But I feel like if everyone else pits, he's fine. But now if like 15 cars stays out, he's going to have some work to do in the final stage.
And but we take a look, you know, starting second going to be Ty Robertson. He flipped the stage there, pitting before the caution, Christian. So keep an eye on the 37 there of Ty Robertson. He's got some fresh tires as well. But basically, most of the cars behind him have 4 tires, it looks like.
Let's talk about the 01 back in the 25th position. Points leader coming into the night, Hunter Bogdan. You know, he's trying to catch the field here. He mentioned over the radio that he's struggling out here tonight. Gonna have to keep an eye on him, see if he could, you know, salvage any points here tonight. But it's gonna be rough on him heading to week 4.
Yeah, you know, Hunter Bogdan, I think he would agree he is no road course ringer, so he's going to
You
try
do
to
not
get the
want to be
best
going
night he can.
too wide
Sometimes
through
that's
here
what you
during
gotta
the
do in
race,
tough
for
tracks.
sure.
You can't be great everywhere. You just kind of have to salvage the most you can get.
Currently 25th, Hunter Bogdan. Got to get moving.
We are lined up as we're going down the back portion of this track. Your front row, it's going to be Trevor Baxter in the 1 on the inside with Ty Robertson in the 37 on the
And now
outside.
that I know everybody
Christian,
brakes
turn
earlier than
1
I do right
always
here,
brings
if
up
I
some,
don't have
great
clean air in front of me,
action, I would say.
I won't run them over.
It definitely does. You know, 3, 4
Watch
wide.
me get run over from behind now.
E6 could dive bomb it into the turn, you know, come out first. That's how Shane Van Gisbergen won the O'Reilly race. You know, he started like 6th on that final restart, dove it in, took the lead, never got saw again. So it's going to be interesting to see if anyone behind Trevor here can capitalize on this restart.
Absolutely. And again, big shout out to the title sponsor for the Door-to-Door Cup Series, Mars Properties, and tonight's track sponsor for the series, Viper Racing, as we are about to drop the hammer and go green. Christian, the bad news is this stage is basically half over by the time we get started.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, we're only going to have 5 laps to go in stage 2. It's kind of the kryptonite of, you know, having stages real close together like this. Of course, we're only running a 48-lap race here tonight, so we're going to be interesting in this short, I'll call it a sprint of a stage.
You ready to go, man?
Yeah, you know, and once I think about it more, I think Trevor Baxter's strategy is actually better than I thought because, again, I mean, he's running 5 laps and then he'll be good to go. But if you pit this time, you probably should pit the next caution still. But anyways, the pace car is in. Field is set as they go through the final corner. They're going to be rolling towards the Juicy Spider restart zone here with the Mars Properties Door-to-Door Cup Series green flag in the air.
I'm glad everybody saw that he was going.
An early jump there, Christian. I don't know if there's a restart zone or what, but Trevor Baxter shoots out like a rocket ship.
I actually saw this in the chat pre-race, talking about where they're going to do restart zone. There it goes to 22. That's 96. That's Paul Dino.
Paul Dinamo involved here. Let's take a look. He just overshoots corner here. He's in second, takes over that spot. Then he goes into turn 1 here. He hits the brake a little bit late.
Yeah, just maybe a wheel hop there, spins him on around. But nonetheless, the restart zone, Blake, if you notice coming out of turn 20, there's a DRS zone, a DRS sign. That is the start of this league's restart zone. So as the 9 goes around 2, Roland Collette goes spinning.
Collette around, Mike off briefly here for an incident. Let's take a look. Going through the S's here, whatever you want to call it. Hertzlick, and we got another car off right there. I believe that was James Nesta loses it. Oh, he gets some help.
At the 20, sends him around. He's going to have to get it rolling there. Loses a handful of spots here. On first position, though, Trevor Baxter out there. Lexington, North Carolina's own. Through the loop-de-loop, as Blake calls it.
Got Sim Magic on the back of the car here. Oh, no, second place. Loses it, it looks like.
I'm trying to miss that car.
That's Ty Robertson. My, oh
All
my.
good, man.
Wow, Robertson was in second. He was trying to run down the race leader. Might have pushed it a little
On your
too
right.
hard. Out of Coleman, Alabama, he has dropped back to 8th, and he almost loses it again, Christian.
You bringing it to pit road? No, he's just trying to save it.
Well,
HMS
you know
TV
what?
on the front of the car.
Yeah, there's just too much horsepower under the hood, Christian. He has a HMS TV decal, and he forgot about the extra horsepower it brings.
41.4.
Yeah.
Eight,
Interesting
left
stuff
side,
there. Now
left
officially
side.
5 laps
Still
to
there.
go in
Sweet.
stage 1.
Keeping up
Your
with
race
the
leader
everybody.
has
Good work.
stage 2. Sorry,
good. That's
has
real
5
nice.
seconds over
You're clear,
Duggar
clear.
in P2. So Trevor Baxter is just running his own race out there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fast.
Yeah, you know, I briefly questioned the strategy, but I was wrong all along. It looks like Baxter was probably thinking about this ahead of time. My guess is when the green flag flew, Christian, he knew he wasn't pitting on stage 1.
I mean, that is twice.
Yep, he knew that. Stage 2, he's gonna pit, bringing down pit road. But I mean, with this kind of speed, and that's, you know, interesting take though. With only 5 laps green in stage 2, those cars that pitted stage 1 really gonna pit again?
Probably not, actually, because, I mean, you're going to, I assume you're going to have to pit one more time regardless, but I'm not sure how far they can go on fuel. I guess it really depends. How close on fuel are they? Are they going to have to pit if they pit on stage 2 or not?
Yeah, I don't think so. I know, you know, Cup Series cars were going like 37 laps, and we use 100% fuel here in the door-to-door racing league.
Well, looks like Ken Campbell out of Scottsboro, Alabama, finds himself in the 3rd position here. Good night so far for Kim. I mean, I'm not sure he can go up there and challenge Baxter for the win, but looking pretty good sitting on the podium right now.
Better check out his YouTube after the race each week. He uploads a video of the race. You hear our commentary in the background.
Really, that's Campbell Racing on YouTube. I believe he's also got a Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. Ken Campbell puts out some pretty good stuff. You know, it's good to see some serious iRacing content. Somebody with a little bit of traction like Campbell Racing has.
So it's good for the entire, you know, game there, community, I should say. Yeah, okay, crucify me.
It's a simulator, Christian.
Yeah, you know, I need to, I guess that just means I'm fired, right, Blake?
Yeah, you're fired along with Chad and Jesse Bolt. Jesse for his terrible driving performance on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely atrocious. But speaking of driving on the track tomorrow night, the Wheels America Racing Cup Series takes on what was the Fontana, you know, I'm drawing a blank, excuse me there, but we're going to be Auto Club, that was the word, Auto Club Speedway. You know, Jesse in the 97, we're going back to our original numbers, me in the 96, and I'll be repping the HMS TV machine 96. Blake, you've seen it. Thing's beautiful, and, you know, it's going to be fast, but not with me driving.
Well, Christian, I will say it'll definitely be the at least the second best HMS TV car on the track.
What do you mean second best?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but oh, here comes the 5 down pit road, Daniel Best. And Trevor Baxter, race leader, going to pit before the stage. I like this strategy.
37.4.
I don't know if I do, though, because what
Man,
if
you've been doing a hell of a
everyone who
job, buddy.
pitted 4 laps ago don't pit now?
Well, I mean, he's going to have to pit again anyways. So I don't know. I think you either pit now or you pit under caution during the stage. So it looks like Baxter's going to give up the stage points and go ahead and pit under green to flip-flop back towards the front.
Danielle says you can't fire me, Blake, so that means I guess I'm safe.
Yes, you got me.
Yep.
And Connor Gerard, though, in the chat said Chad White won a race, though. Connor, that was so long ago, we forgot about that.
I think it was a shot to me, Blake. He's talking about Chad can win and I can't. I honestly hurt my feelings.
Mean.
That's probably the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me.
You know, Christian, I thought about it again. Jake Reif in the chat said, no, Danielle, they're out of here. So, yeah, I guess actually I will go ahead and fire you guys.
Good job.
Well, joke's on you. You hired me in Illinois, Blake.
Oh, God, you got rights, don't you?
Yeah, I have workers' rights, unlike the state of North Carolina. You hired me in Illinois. I made sure. I read the paperwork.
Well, I'll just have to pull a retail store here, and I'm just going to cut your hours down to where you can't survive.
Who says you pay me anyway?
Well, hey, Alan Duggar feeling pretty good here. He's going to be 2 laps left to go this time around. He's going to probably take home this stage. He's got a 3.3 second lead on Isaac Treese.
Looks like it's possible we had a 2-car crash between Reeves and Scott Jones there, Blake. I'm interested to see what happened there.
Michael Reeves, diehard HMS TV fan involved. Let's take a look out of Oxford, Alabama. Gets onto the curb here. Takes the right and, locks him up. Parks it.
Yeah, I don't know. It must have been 2 simultaneous incidents there that happened to be at the same time.
Well, Scott Jones involved in another wreck. Man, it's been a rough season for him. He's been junking it every week. Let's take a look at what happened to the Lebanon, Ohio native, Scott Jones. Slide job.
I almost
Ooh,
made a
somebody
really
went
cool
off there.
move there, and I do mean almost.
We mean he did. But Ty Robertson, we saw him loop it around there, I believe, early on here in stage number 2. He is rebounded back up to the 7th position from Coleman, Alabama. Again, it's going to be interesting to see, what's the pit strategy? Do the guys that pit during stage 1 pit on stage 2, or do they, just deal with the green flag stop later? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Baxter's back in the 20th position now, so, and everyone, pit on lap 12. He pit on lap 17, so I don't know. We're on lap 19. It's going to be interesting.
Again, it really comes down to, does Baxter have enough fuel here to make it the rest of the way now or not? Oh, we got one sideways there.
I feel like everybody should have enough fuel. That's pit, period.
I'm glad I let him go because he is so much faster than me.
I don't know if you can make it all the way through 48.
38 laps. I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like they were doing that in the Cup Series. But
The 7 Scotty Jones just tries to junk him.
Trevor Baxter has to save it there. That's not good. And that's the problem with running towards the back of the pack. You're running with the people who aren't really confident here on road courses.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Baxter probably isn't very happy. As Scotty Jones says later, loser, loops him around, makes the pass for now. But you're going to see that one machine of Baxter without tearing up his tires. He's going to try to maybe gain some track position here at the rest of this lap.
Well, we are on 1 to go here. Alan Duggar coming through the latter half of this track here, coming to stage 2. Checkered flag, whatever you want to call it, the green and white checkered.
Well, if you remember, they do wait until you go all the way around to throw that caution. So you're going to see him about right here on the track. Next lap is when that caution will come out. But he is going to cross the line here shortly and take home the stage 2 win. And as always, folks, we appreciate you tuning in, watching the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Stage 2 about to be in the books. We're not even halfway done, though, so click that like button, subscribe to the channel, invite your friends. I mean, still plenty of racing left here at COTA with the Mars Properties Door-to-Door Cup Series as Alan Duggar heads into the final corner from stage 2.
Down the front stretch, that green section right there was your restart zone, but the stage 2 winner going to be Alan Duggar.
Oh, wow.
Caution comes out now.
Didn't realize we were already there.
All the way around.
That could be
Is he going to have to go all the way around, or is he going to have to stop and wait?
I,
That was probably the worst
I do
stage I've
believe.
ever had in
Nope.
my entire
There's the
life.
pace car. Oh my God! Pace car just T-boned him.
Who is in that?
What happened?
Is that? Oh my God, Christian Corey Day is in the pace car.
Well,
Corey Day.
that's my
Wayne
braking mark going into
cannot be
the
happy
hairpin
after
after
seeing
turn
that.
6.
No, my
I got to
dad's,
turn 7 and
most hated driver award, Corey
lost
Day.
it, got hit. And then
In
going
the
into
pace
turn
car
1 the
there,
next
it
lap.
looked like he tried to take out the
Spun
race
around.
leader. All I got to say is Alan Duggar is thankful these cars, the pace car doesn't have physics because he would have been in the grass destroyed.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have.
Yeah, I saw him go in the pit. I didn't know if he was damaged or what.
Stage 2 is in the books, but folks, don't you go
Well, he
anywhere. We're
wasn't
gonna
trying at
take
all
a
when he
short
came out,
break,
so.
thank some sponsors, and be right back for the final stage here at Circuit of the Americas on the World's
Where's the,
#1
pace
streaming
car at?
service. We'll be right back.
Just came out of 6B.
Hey, Tommy, congrats on the stage point.
So we've gotten our stage points for the day. Happy with that. And so now if we can just survive the rest of the race, get a top 10 somewhere in there, I would actually be happy with the top 10 with the stage points that we've gotten. So not going to battle anybody too hard.
I said congrats on the stage point.
The road will be open.
Thank you, sir.
I'm writing home to Mom about him. Checking up in the carousel.
Yep.
Gonna say he ain't fooling nobody. He's coming in. Just do not speed here.
Here we come, fellas. 10 away. 5 away. That's your mark. Now, turn in, turn in. Do not get too close to the wall.
The plan went to plan.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. Hopefully it's still a plan.
Go, man.
Oh,
Go,
most
go, go,
likely in
go,
a
go.
lap, you will
I got 50 seconds. I might as well.
it will be because Trevor has passed me, you have passed me, and I'm probably in 20 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I see that now.
79.
Yeah.
The lucky dog.
Up here for long.
Gonna have one coming to the outside. Outside. You're behind the 20.
At least I'll get the points for leading the lap.
Go inside, George.
Looking for the lucky dog that's
Make sure
coming
to go
up.
on the outside and turn 1. Watch Trevor for us.
Most likely I'm just gonna try and hug it to the curb. I don't wanna fucking chuck Trevor or anybody off.
You don't care.
I don't know, I almost cut him off and then my slow driving
Alright,
got
looks
him
like you've
dumped.
been lining up
I
behind
figure
the,
at least moving out of his
79.
way is the least I could do to repay him.
No. Wreck him again, please.
Yeah, check them off.
You'll have to talk to the 7 about that.
We just need to survive the restart until we get spread out. All good. I just saw the message. That's why I almost hit him.
I got a lot of work to do to go from 23rd to a top 10.
Smooth and consistent. The tires will definitely come into play second half of the run.
The green this time around. Let's switch over audio channels here, Christian, and we are about ready to drop the hammer again here at COTA.
Absolutely. Pace car lights are about to turn off. We're going to grid them up, walk around this track one more again. And then when the green comes out, there will be no more
Can I say
full
this
course
is the first
yellows.
time I've actually led at a road course not in the 24?
Absolutely. You know, if you're hoping for a caution, that's a losing
one's
strategy
beating the
because
one.
especially in iRacing, they're just not
You
going to
guys both
throw it.
stole
You know,
my
there's
number.
really no
We're pretty
reason
far
ever
back.
to
This
throw a caution in a
might
road
be bad.
course in iRacing other than a stage.
That is a beautiful car, I might add.
Well, yeah.
Looking car
But
here.
one
Not a
car
lot
would
of
be leading
speed
points
for
stands, though.
Joshua Switzer. It's been a rough night, but it is certainly a good
Oh,
looking
100
machine.
not talking
Hey,
to us.
that's my call. You know, I might not be fast, but I'm going to look daggone good doing it.
Yeah, well, Switzer's gonna, get back up there to the rest of the field, and we're gonna drop the hammer and go.
Did you tell him the channel?
Bogdan and Baxter in your front row. The second's gonna be Danino and Best in the second row.
96 machine took a spin earlier on the last restart. Is he going to be able to keep it straight this time around, Blake?
Going to be interesting. We know turn one's going to be a madhouse here at COTA as the field is bunched up. You know, these restarts can get wild. It's been fairly calm, though, I'm going to be honest, especially for iRacing. Normally, you just see guys go into there and just flat out plow through each other.
Yeah,
I think we should be behind at 12.
Thank you all for coming out tonight, though. Seeing them talking about the WWE in the chat. Gone to Gerard talking about AJ Lee and CM Punk, champions together. They're actually married in real life. Champions in the WWE. Yeah, I think they both are well-deserved champions in their own right, Blake.
Absolutely. You know, I haven't kept up with the WWE lately. Ever since they put the logos on the floor of the mats, I don't know. I just have lost interest. I think it's super tacky.
You say it's tacky, Blake, but why are you making me have a sticker on my forehead of a sponsor?
Oh, no, it's different, Christian. I mean, that's wrestling. This is broadcasting.
Okay, so I'm having to wear a sticker, ladies and gentlemen.
Pace laps at Talladega are long. Good Lord.
Hey, think of that, HMS TV Cinematography. If you're sick of looking slow, hire HMS TV Cinematography. We take some of the best pictures in the business. They're edited. They're in 8K. Definitely some good-looking things. Head on over to the HMS TV Discord for more information, which is in the description of the video.
Blake, I know you set the appointment, but I am not going to go get this tattooed on me.
Well, sorry, Christian. You're actually going to have to do that.
No, and I'm not doing it. I'm just going to have to go rogue.
Well, Abby Rife, perfect timing, said, what's next? Mandatory tattoos. Yes, Abby, that's exactly what's next, and it's happening soon.
Yep, I'm going to have HMS TV Cinematography on my forehead for the world to see. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hopefully they go early again so that it kind of spreads everybody out.
Field is set as we go up to the HMS TV blimp. We know it's going to be a madhouse in turn one. It's going to be Bogdan on the inside, Baxter on the outside, here through the Juicy Spider restart zone. Any moment.
Exact opposite of what we needed.
He is
waiting for the green here, Christian.
Yep, he is way past the restart zone. Green flag in here!
COTA, and Baxter says, all right, we're going to screw around. I'm just going to take over the top spot. And here you have it going into turn one. They're 4 wide.
There's a white car all the way down, 4 wide. He's going to go from like 15th to first there. Oh, it's got cars wrecked. Oh, my God. Big wreck.
Quit hitting me.
Oh, there you have it. The turn one madness. They're still losing it, Christian. Oh, this is what we expected in turn one all night long. I don't even know where to go for that replay we did, so we might just leave it right here. But they're still spinning right.
That is where iRacing should have a caution in sim racing. It would have been annoying, but that should have.
I think we survived that.
I mean, I don't know though. Everybody's already passed.
We were 3 wide.
I
have no control over being 3 wide.
I have it down too low. Forgive me, but I'm gonna keep listening now.
Yeah, something about being 3 wide into turn one. Well, unfortunately, I hate to break it to the driver, they were actually 4 wide, Christian.
Yeah, I mean, and even though it's careless, you can't really be too mad about it when that's expected at this road course in specifically turn one.
And let's be honest, I mean, in real life, they go 3 wide every time. So I get it. I mean, I'm definitely mad if I get taken out, but that's just the nature of COTA and turn one being like that.
Absolutely. Jesse, I know you're watching. Just a personal note for us. Make sure I have that program for next stream, for the radio.
Absolutely. We'll have to confirm with Jesse on that, but we are still clean and green here tonight. Again, that restart was just pure madness. And I'm trying to scroll up through my logs to see where it started, and I don't even know.
Next time by, we'll be halfway.
Okay, let's watch.
Well, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and show it. Let's show this restart. We're still clean and green. We may as well. This is probably the most action we've had all night long. Here it is, folks. So they're lined up, Christian.
We're going to watch this white car. I believe is it the 8 right there? I believe it starts with him. Get back a little bit. There you go. No, it wasn't him. It's at 20.
Look at this. I mean, they're like 5 wide, maybe. I have no clue. It's just a total madhouse going into the corner. 5 gets turned. 24 never lifts. He smokes them. And they continue to junk it. Right there, the 8 gets looped around.
I don't know how the 8 kept, I mean, a little bit of a bump there, kept it off the wall to avoid most of the damage. Now, Alan Duggar up to 4th place. We talked to him after winning stage 1. Going to be interesting to see what he could do. Another notable is going to be 01. Where did he end up? That's Hunter Bogdan, ladies and gentlemen. He was your point standing, flipped the stage, and I guess he was one of the ones that got the worst of that wreck because he's back at P12.
And Christian, you know, I brought up earlier, I thought the guys would want to pit at the end of stage 2 because of fuel, and I think I was right on the money there. As Alan Duggar mentioned, 35 laps on a tank. So if they would have stayed out there after stage 1, they wouldn't have had enough fuel. Well, now I think everybody is good to go.
Yep, especially Trevor Baxter, who has a 3-second lead over Isaac Treese. And let's pull up the hard charger board, Blake, because, I mean, it's going to be official. I guarantee you no one is better than Isaac Treese. 24 spots gained. He started well in the back. Now P2.
26 to 24. Isaac Treese looking good here. Even if he doesn't bring home in second, he's going to end up being your hard charger unless he has some issues. We got one off the track.
The Lightning McQueen helmet is doing him good tonight.
Boy, what a strategy. It looks like Baxter is actually throwing up debris on the track to slow him down. I love this strategy, Christian.
Oh, you know, that's just, it's OP. He's actually going to have a lap car right there to get around.
Makes the pass lap car, lets him by here. Probably a good decision because we know Baxter's got some serious pace. And if you're a lap down already, you don't have serious pace. Look at this shot here going into, what's this, turn 6, Christian?
That is turn 7, if I'm not mistaken.
6, 7, same thing.
12. That was turn 12, actually. You remember the turns, even though we're using the west version of this track, the numbers of the turns keep their standings of the full course.
Still there, man. Still there.
That makes no sense, but we're going through the loop-de-loop here. Trevor Baxter, your race leader, going to take the right, and then he got the hard left right here. Is this turn 15?
That's turn 19, Blake.
I'm just guessing with numbers.
What? You know, this is turn 20, but what is it really called? The final turn.
That is the Hutchinson Motorsports TV hard left.
The hard left. We got to remember that for the final call, Blake. The Hutchinson Motorsports TV hard left.
There you go. He crosses the line here. 22 laps left to go here with the Door-to-Door Cup Series, presented by Mars Properties here tonight. Trevor Baxter, the class of the field. Christian, let's pull up your lap leaderboard. And there you have it. Baxter with 18 laps led. Duggar 7. Bogdan 2.
Absolutely.
Jesse's
Leaders
in the chat. Christian, you know what? I may not fire Jesse, actually. I might keep him around. I like this guy.
I see him over there sucking up and then blaming his daughter for saying it. I mean, he blames his daughter for everything. Being late, you know, never coming to work. If he's late to any, you know, if he's late to work or a party or something, it's Allison's fault. She's,
Poor
you know,
Allison.
Not even a year old yet and gets blamed for everything in this man's life that's wrong.
Yeah, you know, Allison didn't set his alarm last night, Christian, and it's just unfortunate that baby keeps making him late.
Yeah, I mean, late to everything they go to, and it's Allison's fault. I mean, if I'm Allison and I get older, I'm gonna make sure they remember that. Oh no, we got a wreck on the track.
Perfect timing, the lap car, the 79. He might have let the leaders go by, but not the case for the rest of the field. That was perfect timing. I switched over on James Nesta, and he absolutely annihilated him.
Yeah, unfortunate turn of events there.
Trying to see who that was. I believe it was Nate Pollard. Here you go. Take a look, folks. No, it wasn't Nate Pollard. Maybe we'll see something here, though. There's another incident.
44 getting close. No, the 44 gets turned behind him. Nate Pollard dives under the 24, who had no idea he had a car low. We have cars stopped all over the place. The 14 stopped back there. This was a completely separate incident than what we've seen.
Here's another one here. Danny Carpenter out of Waterbury. He probably just loses it here, it looks like, going through the S's. Moment. This is the longest replay of my entire life.
Oh, no.
My goodness, there it is.
Car was rejoining the track.
It is, Christian, right?
That was it back there, Blake. Right there. That's what happened. The car was rejoining the track and just got turned around and then tows it.
Well, that's unfortunate for these guys. We're still clean and green. Again, we're not going to get any more cautions the rest of the way. Race control confirmed earlier on. We're not throwing yellows. Trevor Baxter out front by 5 seconds, Christian. This one basically in the books.
Yeah, that last caution, excuse me, that last wreck was interesting there. The dirt is all over the track over there, and Brantley even reacted to that one. Oh no, car! Yeah, Brantley. They got
Brantley, the youngster, Abigail Rife's child. How old is Brantley now, Christian? What, 2?
2.5. He's got to be getting close to 3. I may be mistaken there, but he's HMS TV's 3rd youngest fan.
And as Jesse just
4th,
said,
sorry.
Brantley is an expert in the field, so certainly definitely got to keep an eye out, see what Brantley has up his sleeve.
3 in July. Yeah, 3 in July, Blake.
Let's drop back here. Pacey Widgeon in the 11th position in that 02 FedEx machine. Not gonna lie, Chris, it's a little weird seeing FedEx on the 02.
Yeah, but it'd be weird if it was on the 11 anymore.
38.
Absolutely, hopefully maybe FedEx will make a random return here in a year or two, but you never know.
Well, it won't be on Denny Hamlin because he's only got a year left.
Yeah, but Ken Campbell finds himself in the 5th position out of Scottsboro, Alabama. Been a solid night here for Campbell. Been running up front here all night long.
Yeah, you can't be mad at this performance, especially if you're not the road course ringer that Baxter is. You come out to a road course and run 5th, you're doing a lot better than, I'd say, a solid 70% of most people on the platform.
We got to jump up here. Give a big shout out, Michael Herzlich. I didn't realize he had this dog in him here at the road courses, running in the top 5 out of Louisville, Kentucky, sitting in 4th with butt kicker on the 41 machine. Your guy, Christian, not having a great night. I think he started up towards the front here, around 15, finds himself in the 21st position.
Yep, Mr.
Owen
Dr.
is
Professor
full
Will
line.
Hewitt, MD, LLC Jr. is really having a problem here tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to figure something out. Still a long way to go, 20 laps left, but no pit strategy involved here, so it's just going to be a strategy of getting around the track faster.
Still there.
They're going to get around it faster,
Good job.
lap in, lap out.
I was going to let him go here anyway, so that works out.
No one, he's constantly gaining because no one is faster than him out there.
39.32.
No, he's got about 20 laps or so on those tires, and there's really no fall off here, Christian. I'm seeing half a second slower than his best lap earlier, so Baxter doesn't really have to worry about saving his stuff, it appears.
Interesting note, we have no way of knowing, but there is an incident limit out here on the track tonight. 31 pit X's get you a drive-through, 35 is a limit, and then you're just disqualified. So I haven't seen anyone disqualified yet as I look through the scoring pylon, but I have a feeling some of these drivers have to be getting pretty close.
And we'll definitely try and keep an eye on that as Michael Reeves comes down pit lane because right on cue, Christian, black flag, Michael Reeves.
Yep. Interesting that he's pitting, though. It's supposed to be a drive-through. Maybe he was pitting and got speeding, Blake. That's what it was.
That's definitely possible. We have no way to confirm what the black flag is. I just see a black flag next to the name of Michael Reeves.
Yep. I'm going to go speeding on that one, but go back out front. Trevor Baxter. We got
a couple fast guys that are behind me that'll probably end up needing to get by here.
The
Well,
Mars.
Christian, with 19 laps left to go, I said we take a quick break while the action isn't too crazy, and we're going to thank some sponsors. Be right back, but don't you go anywhere, folks. Not going to want to miss the end of this one. You're watching the Mars Properties door-to-door Cup Series action on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports.
$38.298.
I'm not intentionally running slow. I obviously am just by the times, but like I don't know why. But I don't feel comfortable pushing it more than I am now. So if those guys get here, we're just going to let them go. They're battling pretty good.
38.467.
That's a chance, or if it's a possibility that not all of them are going to make it all the way up here.
Car on the right. Keep going, keep going. .261.
We are back here at COTA. Nicholas Gozzi has a lot of fans in the chat, finds himself in the 7th position. Christian, what are you seeing out of this 13 machine?
Running around in the 7th position, as you mentioned there, Blake. He's up 2 positions before he started there, so a decent showing here tonight.
Absolutely, and we jump out front. Trevor Baxter now finds himself in the lead by 5.3 seconds. Last time around the track, he was half a second faster than Alan Duggar in second, so he continues to pull away out front.
That he does. Going to keep an eye on what he could keep doing. I wasn't interested in how fast he could win by, of course, but he's probably, any good road racer knows that if you just keep walking away, you're doing nothing for yourself. Probably managing that gap and taking care of his equipment.
And in the chat, we've got Connor Gerard, as always. And Connor, you know, we got an upcoming event here in about 5 weeks with the Grid Gold 500 at Bristol. You're going to have an important role here. We're going to give you the honor of selecting the 2 best paint schemes, 1 for each class, and they're going to get a reward.
You know, and unlike the last one, which was unfortunate, where you wasn't able to throw your promoter's caution, this one's definitely going to happen, Connor.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to play a big role here. And Connor, again, you know, if you would join the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord, we could maybe have some communication with you, maybe plan some stuff out in the future. But hey, if you got a Discord, go ahead and join it. If not, I mean, we understand, but it would be good to see you over there. But Alan Duggar finds himself in the 2nd position. Christian out of Pineville, Louisiana. You know, I'm going to do some extensive research and try to find if we can get some information on Pineville, Christian.
All right, go ahead and see what you can pull up, because I'm interested in Pineville, Louisiana, if it has a population more than 20.
Losing so much time in the S's.
Hey, you'd probably be surprised here. How about 14,000 people living in Pineville, Louisiana?
Wow. I apologize.
This city, this is a monster city, Christian. This is a major area, just an urban area. Trevor Baxter continues to lead out front here. Hailing from Lexington, North Carolina, the road course ringer. He has been bad fast here tonight. Definitely the car to beat, and it looks like Duggar might be reeling him in just a tad. But like Christian mentioned, Part of it might be Baxter maybe managing his stuff with 14 to go.
Yeah, because, I mean, I couldn't imagine him wanting to, you know, run it off. Alan Duggar is no slacker here at COTA himself. Of course, he doesn't have the raw speed. Baxter does, but the last time around, looking at it now, Duggar was actually quite a bit quicker than Baxter.
Yeah, I mean, he gained a lot of ground that lap, but take a look here, see if Duggar maybe's figured something out, or if, again, maybe it was just a one-lap deal. Let's hop on board real quick with our second-place car, Alan Duggar.
Watching him work it around this track, it's very technical, you know, with all the braking zones here as he goes through turn 13, the stadium section. Lot of interesting passes here in the actual Cup Series race as we go on the in-car now.
Duggar continues to try to tick away at that race lead as Trevor Baxter out front, 4.6 seconds. But let's drop back here. Ty Robertson in the 37 machine finds himself in the 8th position. What are you seeing out of this number 37?
Ty Robertson running 8th position, down 4 from where he started. So, you know, must have had some issue throughout the race. I know he actually didn't get around the time or two there, Blake.
I have no clue. I was reading some comments, what you just said, Christian.
I got you. I thought Ty Robertson probably has, I think he's actually been around, spun around a time or two here tonight.
In the chat, Carth23 says something about if everybody stops later and Duggar stopped being quicker, but everybody should be good to go on fuel, so I don't think we're going to be having to worry about that.
Yeah, everyone, I mean, we do run 100% fuel tanks here in the door-to-door Cup Series, so...
Thought I saw a car down there.
We've got a battle right here for the 8th position, it appears, between the 37 of Robertson and the 13 of Godsey. Godsey going to take over that 7th spot for now.
37 not wanting to be denied, but I just don't think he's going to have it as I go through the S. It's Godsey pulling away.
Yeah, Nicholas Godsey's got some speed here tonight, involved in an incident earlier, but let's kind of rebound up to the 7th position as he goes to work on the CR15 of Ken Campbell.
Nah, just too tight.
Danny Carpenter off track here, Christian. Let's take a look and see what happened.
Yep.
Be right here. Looks like a single car incident, I'm guessing. He just pulls over there. That's all it was.
Yep. 41 making his turn as normal, and then there goes Chris Essery in the chat. I can't believe Chris Essery's not out here tonight. He says if Burchett doesn't finish top 5, he'll lose his sponsor.
Clear him.
Some serious news as the 3 of Burchett finds himself in 9th. Christian, he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to keep that sponsor.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and say that his sponsor's probably signed, sealed, and delivered away. Although Monster Energy, you know, I have to disagree with Chris Essery there. Monster Energy tends to hold on to total bums and keep sponsoring them. So I guess Brian Burchett, you know, he's pretty decent racer, has nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Last season, they kept around, what's his name, the bum for 2311. Yeah, Riley Herbst.
Yep, and you know, Ty Gibbs, I can't really say Ty Gibbs is a bum. He's got a good car, but, you know, he hasn't been able to perform in top equipment. So Monster just holds on to the drivers that I guess are the wannabe, you know, whatever word you want to use there. They're not good.
Absolutely, but we jump back up to your race leader, Trevor Baxter. He's got a 4.6 second lead. But Christian, it's time to deal with a couple of lap cars racing each other. This might get interesting for the one machine.
Yep, and you know, I would say lap cars have every right to defend their position, but not when you're dealing with Trevor Baxter. You're not going to hold him off. Give him room, let him go by you, then deal with your own battle.
Let him cook, they say, and that's what he did as he pulled over. I believe that might have been the 44 of Osborne, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. There goes your former points leader there, 0100 Bogdan, falling down a lap.
Yeah, Bogdan's going to let him go here. Probably a good move as Baxter gets around some more lap traffic. Pacey Widgeon involved in an incident. Let's take a look. Snyder
locks it down. Gets it going again.
That is all there, but we drop back. Roland Collette, saw him spin earlier on, finds himself in the 4th position after starting in 3rd. Pretty solid night for that number 9 machine.
37.
Hanging on tight there
6.
in the 4th position. Hanging on to that top 5. Going to be some good points in the day for him.
Good job, man.
Yeah, we got Ty Robertson has locked in this sponsor for his season. I know he's going to be a top performer. So take a look here. Ty Robertson, been a good night. He's got some serious speed, been involved in an incident or two, but right now trying to battle back up towards the top 5.
Did we ever get a connection back to the Drunken Spider, the Juicy Spider drone cam?
No, actually, that was not repaired during break. We forgot to give a call over to Juicy Spider Technical Squad.
Clear.
Oh, Blake, you had one job along with the other job and the other job and the other job that you have when you're live.
And to be fair, I mean, oh gosh, Robertson lays the bumper there. Just get out of the way, loser. I'm heading towards the front. But Christian, to be fair, during the break, the concession stand line was pretty short.
I shouldn't have tried to go wide.
Oh, well, I mean, fair point there then. But my question is, where's mine?
Well, unfortunately, I could only buy 2, and I had to drink both of them. I'm double fisting right now, Christian.
Caught him at the worst time. Had a gap,
But the one
and then
that
it just
actually goes
immediately
around
went
the
away.
24 here continues to go through some lap traffic. Boy, he's just cutting through this lap traffic, Christian.
Yep, and the same traffic he has to get through, Duggar has to get through too, and a lot of people respect the leader. But when it gets out of the 2nd place car, I'm sure you've been there too, Blake, you don't get the same respect as the leader does.
Absolutely, and taking a look in the chat, Chris Esray asking if the 44 is running his new paint scheme. Yes, we featured it earlier, Chris. We'll take a look, show you again. You got Hines, Ketchup on, and we got one backed in the wall. That's your
Hunter
points
Bogdan.
leader, Hunter Bogdan.
Clear him. Clear.
Oh, goodness, he is not having a good night tonight.
Sorry, Ken. I slid the hell out of him, man. Didn't mean to scare you.
Meanwhile, Will Hewitt,
You're good.
LLC doctor, Mr.
I know he can't hear me, but
and whatever else we forgot.
I'm in the wrong
Finds
voice
himself
channel,
in
and
the 15th
I'll mess up if I
position.
try to swap to that one.
Yep, you always saying it out of name. It's Mr. Dr. Professor Will Hewitt, MD, LLC, Jr., Blake.
That is Will Hewitt trying to hold on to a top 15 run, but we're down to 14 cars on a lead lap, I do believe, as Trevor Baxter continues to slice through the field.
Absolutely. A question for Abby in the chat. Can someone be a doctor
They're all
and
faster than
professor
me
at the
right
same
now
time,
anyway.
or is that just overlapping
certainly.
things?
Oh, no, they definitely
I'm not
can.
sure.
Being a doctor, Christian, is just having a PhD. So, yes, they certainly can be both a doctor and a professor as well.
Shows you what I know. I'm a high school graduate.
I think
From
we'll go
South
with
Brunswick.
Mr. We'll go with Mr. on that, Christian.
Mr. High school graduate from South Brunswick Penitentiary.
But we drop back in the 14th position. Colt Huff trying to stay on the lead lap, as we know the race leader of Trevor Baxter is going to be reeling him in. Connor Gerard in the chat, Christian, says Mudkip is his favorite water-type Pokemon. What do you think of that?
I think that's a disrespect to Squirtle, and I'm not going to stand for it.
I agree with that, Christian. Squirtle, my favorite Pokemon of all time. And Connor Gerard saying Mudkip's better. Are you kidding me, Connor? Come on.
I'm a fire-type Pokemon fan myself. Of course, weakness is water, though, so we're going to have to talk about it.
Uh-oh, your driver, Christian. Take a look.
Got Dr. Professor Will Hewitt, MD, LLC, Jr. here. Taking it around the track. Goes around the turn and decides to turn a little bit extra there.
That's better.
The track was dirty. Unacceptable conditions he's having to drive in here tonight.
Christian, rumor has it his pager went off. He probably has a surgery he has to get to.
Oh, no. The surgery's riding with him in the car. He's actually performing surgery, open heart surgery, while he's driving. We have a $10 super chat, Blake.
Oh, my goodness. Super chat coming through. Brandon Sanders says, shout out to the BSR drivers. Alan Duggar, Isaac Treese, Nicholas Godsey, and Roland Collette. So big shout out to Brandon for sending the $10 super chat. We greatly appreciate that. And we wish the BSR drivers the best of luck. It looks like most of them having a pretty good run here tonight, Christian.
Everybody give a W in the chat for Brandon and all of the BSR drivers. W's, everybody.
Let's take a look real quick through the BSR drivers. We got Alan Duggar, of course, in that second position. Isaac Treese in third in that 20 machine. Then we have Nicholas Gozzi currently running in the 9th position, and Roland Collette sitting in 4th. So second, third, and 4th for, out of these 4 BSR drivers.
Absolutely. Let's keep it on TV1 for a second. I got cameramen standing on the edge of the track here, Blake. You know, they were scared of it, but, you know, I told them they're going to have to do it anyway.
Yeah, you know, Christian, last week was pretty lackluster with the cameras, and they were being lazy, so we said, you guys are getting on track, and here you have it. They're watching Roland Collette rip it around here in the 4th position as he's going to work on Isaac Treese, who's his teammate.
Yeah, you know, I actually originally told him to stand in the actual racing line, but Dakota track officials wanted to have an aneurysm, get all bent out of shape, saying, you can't put cameraman on the track. So, you know, I told him to stand just outside of the racing lines. That's why this guy's in the sand trap right here. And the COTA officials, I just can't stand them anymore.
I mean, it's crazy. We used to have some great shots on track, and COTA officials really ruining that for us here tonight. So, unfortunately, our cameramen are too safe tonight. They're right off the racing surface, at least about what do you think, a foot off the racing surface, Christian?
You know, at best, I have some that aren't going to get paid tonight because they just won't get any closer to the track. I guess they care about their well-being.
I appreciate everybody doing that. I'm just in the wrong channel to tell them, but
Jesse Becker said
I do appreciate everybody moving over.
What do you think of that?
I think, cool story, bruh.
Yeah, cool story. So anyways, Scott Jones just crashed it, Christian.
Running around through the later part of the S's here to the back section where the track is just unnecessarily dirty. Yep, and it claims another victim to the wall there. Watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh, God, and he gets drunk rolling again. I hope he didn't get busted open there, but we stay rolling.
Like George Chiampolo's here involved in an incident. Let's take a look. This 79, Christian, this has been a race from hell for the 79 out of Fishers, Indiana.
Look at that Ford Mustang. It looks like it's going to go from the track to the junkyard there. Gives it a little bit of a slide job, locks it down. Does he blink or does he just, I think he owned it.
Just not hitting that right.
He's done, Christian. He called it a night. He said, you know what, I've seen enough. And Christian, to me, it looks like that car might have been on an aircraft carrier in the Middle East.
Yeah, and you know how that's going. They might use it as ammunition.
What a weapon here tonight. But hey, I definitely appreciate him coming out and logging the, you know, as many laps as it could.
Right,
Top 25 run for him at least. So big kudos to George C in that 79.
He did not quit, Blake. He is the first disqualification of the evening, thanks to incident points.
So the incident points give him a DQ. So George C, he was out there as long as race officials would let him stay. They said, all right, George C, get off the track. You're done. You're a weapon.
Brandon Sanders says, I absolutely love this broadcast. Well, here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV, we love all of our goats there in the chat. If you're subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV, that makes you a goat in yourself. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Get some more people in here. Share the video. You'll be watching Danny Carpenter here on replay. Going to see what happens to him. A little bit of this business to turn there. But as I was saying, though, like, comment, subscribe. You know, share this stream. Get it to your mom. Get your dad in here. Grandma, grandpa.
I'm gonna lie, my brake leg's starting to get tired.
Sister-in-law you can't stand. Share it to her too, because here at HMS TV, we'll talk to her. We know you don't want to.
Absolutely. Get her in here so you don't have to deal with her. I'll deal with that sister-in-law. I mean, it's only a 2-hour broadcast. We can handle her for a couple hours, Christian.
Oh, we got a new super fan.
Let's go.
No
Brandon
problem.
Sanders, the newest HMS TV super fan. W's in the chat for Brandon Sanders. Congratulations. Wow.
He is the super goat now. You know, if you're a subscriber, you're a goat. Not required at all, but if you hit that join button, become a super fan of HMS TV. Of course, we always greatly appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Very humble for all of our fans as Trevor Baxter crosses the line. 5 laps to go here in the Mars Property Door-to-Door Cup Series at Circuit of the Americas.
As we watch Alan Duggar, just to kind of show you how far back he is, 6 seconds separates Duggar and Baxter with 5 laps left to go. Good run tonight, though, for last season's points champion. And ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Becker, 97. I don't know who this guy is.
Sucking up to the boss.
Super fan.
Oh, please, sucking up to the boss. I can't believe it.
Jesse, you might be getting promoted, buddy. Keep up the great work, Jesse Becker.
Rory says, what's up, guys? How's the race going? Well, we're here at Circuit of the Americas in the Mars Property Door-to-Door Cup Series. We got Trevor Baxter pulling an SVG-style race. Unless he's actually accurate, because he can't pass Tyler Reddick. 5.5 seconds out. Now reaching the 6-second mark to second place, Alan Duggar. It's been an interesting race here tonight, Rory.
As we pull up your HMS hard
Oh, come on.
Because Isaac Tree started
Thank you.
back in 26. Christian still sitting in that 3rd spot, but he's got a hard charger number 9 of Colette reeling him in.
Got the Lightning McQueen helmet on, giving him the good luck. Oh, Jesse. Blake, read Jesse in the chat.
Jesse's asking for a refund. Oh, yeah, sorry, Jesse. You can contact our service department. I'll give you a phone number. Their hours, though, they're closed right now, Jesse. We're sorry.
Yep. They will be opening up 29th of February, but it's March 1st, so...
Oh, we just missed it, Jesse. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Clear.
That's unfortunate, Christian, but it looks like Will Hewitt, MD, goes off track. Let's take a look if he goes far off track or what happened for the 24.
Dr. Professor Will Hewitt, MD, LLC Jr., playing in the sand. He's just playing in the sand.
Joshua Switzer involved in an incident here. Let's take a look.
And I know what's about to happen, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to take this turn here.
Arson Hocevar, right?
Yep, gets loose there. And ladies and gentlemen, disqualification with this 1X right here.
Oh, well, there you have it. Joshua Switzer, track official says, get off the track, weapon. You're DQ'd.
That's 2 DQs here tonight. Joshua Switzer and George Chimpalones is out.
In the chat, we've got some bargaining going, Christian. Looks like Brandon's trying to buy Jesse Becker's subscription for 5 cents on the dollar. That's not a bad proposition.
No, but that is against the terms and conditions.
Yeah, Brandon, that's totally against the terms and conditions. Unfortunately, we're sorry. But we jump back in the field here. Take a look. Nicholas Godzi in the 9th position from BSR Racing. He's trying to bring home a solid top 10 run, but an eventful night for Godzi. He's had some speed. He's had some incidents, but I'm sure he'll be all right with a top 10 run.
Absolutely. Jesse makes a good point too, Blake, aside from what's going on track. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I see 59 people watching out there. If you are watching, as we got a subscriber coming in, Casey Campbell.
Casey Campbell. Thank you, Casey W. in the chat for the latest subscriber, Casey Campbell. Go ahead, Christian.
If you are watching on a TV right now, ladies and gentlemen, we know it's a little hard to subscribe and like, but please, we do welcome you in. We've noticed that 70% of our HMS TV viewers tune in on television, and we welcome you in. Make sure you pull out your phone, go to your YouTube app, hit that subscribe button, hit this like while you're there, and continue to enjoy this race on your television.
Yeah, we appreciate whether you're watching on your phone, on your PC, your computer, it doesn't matter. As Ken Campbell, currently running in the 6th position. I believe we got a relation to Casey Campbell, Christian.
Possibly so. Scottsboro, Alabama.
37.7.
Going into turn 1 here, it's Ken Campbell from Campbell Racing. He's going to take the hard left. And again, folks, head on over. Campbell Racing on YouTube. Give him a like and subscribe. He puts out his videos usually on either Monday or Tuesday for these league races. He puts our commentary over his in-car view, and it's some pretty good-looking stuff.
Absolutely. Racing with Mike in the chat. Michael Reeves says, well, since I'm out of the race, he tuned in. And that's a good thing to do if you can't race. He's got a meatball out there on the track. He's, destroyed the car, I guess.
Christian, did he get a DQ, or I can't remember if he was one of them that got DQ.
Michael Reeves has a meatball. Joshua Switzer and George Chimpalones are the ones disqualified.
Oh, that is unfortunate. You know, Mr. Michael Reeves, it's been a up and mostly down night for you here, but good to see you in the chat nonetheless.
Leaders are running 36.
Absolutely, yes. We have 2 to go on the track, Blake.
2 laps left to go. Race leader Trevor Baxter by 5 seconds out front of Alan Duggar.
Yep, he's going to be working his way through the S's. He's just, I would say he's just hoping to get back to the line so he don't get that caution, but not going to happen here.
You don't have to worry about the sneaky caution. You know, that's the worst feeling when you're leading the race. 2 laps left to go and you see the caution fly, but you don't have to worry here at COTA. We're not throwing yellows.
Nope. No yellows here as he approaches turn 12. He's just on a Sunday drive here, Lee.
Absolutely. I mean, he got that commanding race lead, and he's just been kind of riding ever since then. Going to be a lap and a half left here for Mr. Trevor Baxter from Lexington, North Carolina.
Talk about the masterclass of the field between Trevor and Alan Duggar in the second position. It takes you to get 26 seconds behind Baxter to find what is P3. Oh, we have Alan Duggar crash, Blake. Let's see what happened.
I was just trying to
Looks like he just went off road here. This is live right now. Alan Duggar is rolling still. He's good news for him, Christian. He's about 15 seconds ahead of third, so as long as he doesn't wad that thing up, he'll be good to go.
There was conversation about something happened between him and another driver.
Let's take a look here.
So you got some lap traffic in front of him here. He's about to head through a right-hand turn. Yep. Inches him down and spins him around. That's what happened.
Now there you have
Did
it.
it right
Trying
there.
to give him room, and I'm sure it was a mistake, but nonetheless, nothing lost there for Duggar. He was in second when that happened. He's still in second by a commanding amount, but one lap left to go here, Christian. Trevor Baxter, your race leader, final time around here at Circuit of the Americas.
Racing with Mike in the Travis.
Overcooking that is going to give him close enough to make a move here.
Crazy 15 races in one season, Christian. And what, a 36 race season, you win 15 of them. That's pretty impressive.
And you got to think, though, playoff system still didn't win the championship. Maybe there's a reason why we're not using that system anymore.
Yeah, but you know who the beneficiary of him not winning the championship last season? Alan Duggar, who did win the championship. So I'm sure he liked that Final Four format.
Yep, not the case this season, though, as we do have the chase format. But, ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Baxter for the final time heading through Blake's loop-de-loop turn.
Clear.
Absolutely, Baxter running out of corners to have to navigate through with a 10-second gap. Trevor Baxter trying to bring home the checkered flag here at COTA on the world's #1 streaming service, HMS TV. And Christian, you know, we've got, 60 viewers or so. I'm only seeing 14 likes, so the numbers are not adding up. If you're tuned in before we finish up, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Trevor Baxter through the final corner here at COTA. Down the front stretch here in front of the grandstands, checkered flag in the air. Trevor Baxter wins at Circuit of the Americas.
Good win, Trevor.
Brings it home. Second place going to go to Alan Duggar, 8 seconds back. And here comes 24 seconds later. Going to find the third place finisher, rounding the Hutchinson Motorsports TV left, hard left. Going to be Ron Collette.
Fourth place right here going to be Isaac Treese. And then back in fifth, looks like Ken Campbell trying to bring this home. He's
Nice win,
back
Baxter.
Christian. Still a ways to go for him to finish up.
Absolutely. It's going to take a while for all these cars to get around, Blake.
Absolutely. Well, hey, folks, we are watching them finish up here at COTA. We're going to do some driver interviews as we continue to finish this race. Ken Campbell
Good race, good win.
finishes.
Ty, that was fun as hell.
Robertson
Good
going
one,
to bring
Baxter.
home
Good battle
sixth.
there, Ken.
Frederick seventh. Burchett
I was
eighth.
trying to race up to
Ninth going to go to Nicholas Gozzi, and Pacey Ridgeon rounds out your top 10.
Yeah, parking here at the end of turn one.
Good race, good win, and yeah, Ty, that was fun as hell, man. And thank you to everybody that was getting out of the way and letting us race. I really appreciate it.
Into somebody because they might not be expecting it and it hurt their wrist.
Yeah, well, it certainly happened before, and it sounds like a
Sorry,
personal
Will.
experience.
I'm
So let's
fighting
take a
for
quick
every
break.
point,
We're going to
brother. I know
gather
we're
up
gonna do
some
bad coming into
drivers.
this race.
Do some
That was
drivers.
fun. That was fun. So, yeah, congrats to Trevor on the win, Alan on P2, and Roland for rounding out the podium spots. And, wow, Isaac went from P26 to P4. Yeah, he's fast. So, but, yeah, had a lot of fun. We survived. That was the main thing.
Well, you know you didn't win, right?
Fantastic racing there with Ty at the end. And, yeah, had a lot of fun and survived, and it was a good points night. So good night all the way around. But, yeah, that will do it from here. Thanks for watching.